This is why modern dating isn't working anymore. So I want to talk to you guys about the supply and demand of men and women and how it relates to modern dating nowadays. Social media gave rise to the sheer power of beauty in women and wealth in men. Social media is teaching women that their power completely derives of their beauty. And it's not because women are some shallow, vain creatures. It's very much because there are herds of men creating this demand with their likes and follows, not to mention their subscriptions and money that pay for a lifestyle that women are happy to be the supply for. Teaching women everywhere that this superior treatment is the new standard. So if you're not getting that type of treatment from a man, you're losing the game. So men alike now believe that their power is completely made up of how much money they can give. The relationship is transactional in both ways. Women get the money for the man, and men get their ego stroked from the women they're paying to date. So here's the warning. Dear men, if beauty is the only thing you're after, beauty is the only thing you're gonna get. If your wallet is the foundation of your relationship, well, know that you'll always and forever be replaceable to her. And dear women, if money is the only thing you're after, money is the only thing you're gonna get. So to him, you'll always and forever be replaceable for a newer and younger model. And I hope this is helpful.
Kind of funny when you think about it that women get so outraged about men wanting women to text first and plan dates and show any level of reciprocation. It's almost like these women forget that men need emotional support and that men are actually human beings that need emotional love and affection in return. And some of these women will actually withhold love and affection until these men make it official. And when you really think about it, if women are withholding love and affection or any kind of reciprocal energy to make men act a certain way or do certain things or to make it official, is that not manipulative because you're basically changing your behavior to get a certain outcome? Makes sense. But at the same time, women want princess treatment without ever getting a ring. So let me get this straight. You're not going to show up in a relationship until it's official, but you expect him to show up in a relationship before it's ever official. Yeah, seems fair. And what's also funny is the amount of women that call men gay or sassy or say that men are on their period if they want any kind of love and affection, because that's almost like saying that you don't like being a girl or you find it insulting that women need so much emotional support. Calling a man, showing any kind of effort, planning a date, putting in any kind of reciprocal energy towards a man is literally the bare minimum for women, and it's in. Y'all come on here all day long and talk about the bare minimum, but you can't even meet the bare minimum for what men expect in relationships. And yet, some of y'all can't understand why you're still single. Okay, bye.
Girls who are super confident, extremely successful, so pretty, like
these types of women are always single, and I'll tell you exactly why. The most attractive, most successful women have the least amount of qualified options in dating that they want to pursue, and let me tell you why. Women do not want to date down when it comes to looks, money, status, and nobody should date down in terms of those preferences if that's their prerogative. Now think about the kind of men that super successful, high-earning women will be dating. They'll be dating men who are the most attractive men, probably with the most ambition, with the most money, but they'll be dating men that have the most options with women. Guys that have the most options with women take a very long time to mature and they don't want to settle down. If you were a man with millions, you're a man with 20 women chasing you at all times, would you want to be in a relationship? Absolutely not. So now think about it. If you're a woman who's trying to date a guy with this status and this attraction, good luck finding a guy who's going to settle down. And that is why the most successful, high-earning women have a very hard time finding a great guy to settle down with.
No, this is not just a protest, but one to end the lives of millions of U.S. men, with millions participating and nowhere left for men to run. People were terrified after the results of the U.S. election had led many women to participate in a movement called 4B, which has women encouraging other women to avoid men completely by breaking up with their current boyfriends or husbands, avoid having children with men, rejecting traditional female jobs, and for some to even quit jobs owned by men. With even viral videos with hundreds of thousands of likes and thousands of saves encouraging women to poison their lover's food with agua tofana.
Who can't divorce their husband? Look up Aqua Tofana.
And if your wife or girlfriend is doing this, get out now. The movement started in South Korea with women going 6 years without any interaction with men, as well as Korea having a significant 21% decline in the population in just 1 year. And soon the US will have no one left. While I agree with the sentiment of a feminist movement, unfortunately this movement would likely not work as half the country's women endorse Trump.
Well, yeah, that is true, but you got to kind of look at it from the lens of a woman. And when men can do this, they'll stop being so upset and repeating this type of thing, which I understand. Women look for different things, bro. You know, for me, it took me a long time, and it was a rude awakening because I grew up, when I was young, I was ugly. So when I grew up, I was like, wow, women think I'm handsome. Like, this is new to me. Like, and I was like, wow, I'm getting women. And like, wow, they're just getting more and more beautiful. Like, what the But it's like this. There's certain tiers of women. So you have a guy that don't get any women. And then you have a guy, which was me, and this is why like I pumped the brakes on like, you know, around with women for a second because I had to focus on me. I was getting low tier ass women. And even though that they're beautiful, that beauty blinded me. Because she's beautiful, she's top tier. No, she's not. In here, she's undateable. But that body though, she's top tier. No, she's not. And that's the thing. So as you acquire more as a man, as you become more of an exceptional man, or you're at least striving to do so, and the woman can see this, then you'll get a better type of woman. But for the most part, yeah, men are visible to women because you don't have nothing. You don't have nothing. This woman's like, yeah, you're a loser. Come get me pregnant. Like, they don't think that way. They're like, okay, well, are you going to take care of me? Can you take care of me? Can you take care of these kids that you talk about, you know, having with me? What's your future like? That's what they care about. And that's always going to be that thing for them, you know? So you got to look at it that way. Is it unfair? Honestly, not really. It's really not. I used to be mad at women too, but I'm like, I ain't got. So then when I realized I ain't, I had to change that. And as I grew more, then women were like, oh, who's that? And I'm like, damn, bro. Like, so as you build more, you get more access to women, and you no longer are invisible to them. But as a man, you got to understand, I love y'all, but you can't be ugly and broke. You got to pick a struggle, you know, and I say this from the heart.
You guys feel spicy? Because I do. No matter how loud, how kind, respectful, how cute, men will still hate you.
Women are talking about bringing that 4B movement right here to the United States.
Time to lock the fuck in. Operation 4B.
Refuse to date men, get married, have with them, or children.
All I have to say is good luck getting laid. Me and my girlies are participating in the 4B movement.
No more kitty cat for moderate men.
Fucking all the things that the patriarchy wants us to be. Clearly, they don't give a shit about us.
No attention to men. Delete block. Do not respond to them.
Government cares that they're not having kids because children are the future labor force.
I'm gonna start barking and get crazy.
You think I'm crazy? Me too. There's all the women before me who are crazy.
It is the best thing I've ever done for my mental health. We're not crazy. We have to do this together.
The women who are doing the 4B movement help other women who are doing the 4B movement.
All right, feel me out. I will not be responding to you. I am going to be promoting the 4B movement.
Do not acknowledge them. Do not look at them. Do not laugh at their jokes.
Why exactly are you going to keep becoming subservient to a nation that doesn't literally care about you?
Wake women up.
Do you want to know what men really don't understand about dating women over the age of 30? And remember, this page is for people who are looking for long-term committed relationships. This is not for hooking up. So men, my question to you is, what did you think we were going to do? And let me tell you what I mean. When you're dating women over the age of 30 who have a career, taking care of themselves, traveling, developing their hobbies, maybe taking care of kids, and you come at us and say they're too independent, my question to you is, what did you think we were going to do in the meantime while we are looking for love? Did you literally think we're just going to sit around and do nothing? Not going to happen.
But let's make something very clear. Just because you're dating a quote-unquote independent woman does not mean that we wouldn't expect you to still ask us out, pay for the date, and pursue a relationship just like any other relationship. And if you're not looking for that, guess what? You're in luck. There are so many women in this world who are also looking for a man like you. And to all the ladies, keep going, keep developing your career, keep developing your hobbies, keep making yourself a better person, because when that right one comes along, it's going to be great. But does it take a lot of sifting to get through? Yes, it also does. So men, don't be intimidated by women who are doing what they need to do to take care of themselves. Because at the end of the day, regardless of whether or not we have a career, we absolutely are looking for love as well.
And that's the thing that I don't think a lot of modern women understand, is they are very manipulative. They are very deceiving. They use, instead of using their minds to do the right thing, their intuition and that gut feeling to do the right thing, they oftentimes, especially in the case of men, they use it to try to get things out of men. And these modern women, like I said, they know their target. They know exactly what they're doing, and they try to play the game as long as they can, is really what they're trying to do. I'm trying to play as long as I can, for as much as I can, and then I'm gonna get out. The only problem with that is, at some point in time, you're gonna lose. And like they say, when you go to gamble, the house always wins. Modern women are acting like they're going to Vegas, or I got a man to buy me this, I got a this, da 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 da, I'm gonna keep it going. Some point in time, the house is gonna win. And it's gonna be a wrap after that. And you're gonna die, you have to buy a dog and die alone.
A lot of women seem to be upset about the soft guy era, but let me tell y'all why it don't make sense at all. Because a lot of these same women want to live a soft life themselves at the expense of a man. Ain't no problem with that, but if a man can provide you with a soft life, chances are he already living it and he just inviting you into his world. So it don't matter if y'all don't like it. It is what it is. But on top of that, you asking for something that you don't want to give. Y'all don't think y'all coming off as selfish? The man don't even really want this, but just to see how y'all act and see who y'all really are, that's the point. So it's weird when y'all act like the goal is to be family, but y'all really debating if you should treat a man the same way you want to be treated. It shouldn't even be a debate. Matter of fact, when women actually care about a man, they do all of these things, which is why y'all complain about broke men. A lot of y'all have done this before and still do it for men who just don't value you, so the energy is not reciprocated. But this is what's happening out here. Women and men out here choosing based off of money and looks that can fade a minute from now. What happens to your relationship? It fade right along with it. Anybody who got any type of sense, they not even gonna waste their time with you. So that's what's happening out here. The same way a lot of women think that men don't like women, a lot of women don't like men. But they brainwash into believing that men are supposed to pay for everything. So this is the only reason they really want to with you most of the time. They think that the key to their soft life is you, but they don't really want you, which is why they don't want to hold up their end of the deal, which is why they don't want to treat you the way they want to be treated by you. It just don't make sense to me, but whatever. Subscribe to my YouTube, Planet Reality.
Let me explain to you right now why men have it harder in dating. And I'm not trying to cause some sort of gender war. I just want people to understand what men are going through right now, especially in 2024. If you break dating down, there's two main focuses of dating. One is getting some traction with people. So you are actually getting some traffic. You're going on dates. You have opportunities to even get a date. That's part one. And then part two is filtering. It is feeling out if this person is going to be a good fit with you. If you vibe with them, you want to see if it's a good match. So again, part one is getting people in the door, and part two is this person a good match? Now, with that being said, men have to do parts 1 and 2. Women only have to do part 2. Let me explain. You see, women get hit on all the time. They get DMs, they get approached, they have lots of options online. Men at default do not have that. So women only have to focus on one part, and that is the filtering. Men have to focus on both parts. They need to get to the point where they actually have enough options. Now, I can hear women now, they say, well, yeah, I have all these options, but none of them are good. Well, what do you think the guys are going through? When a guy gets to the point where he has a lot of options, there's also not a lot of good options. None of us have good options. There's only going to be a select few people that we actually match with.
Woman explains how she married young and took her husband for granted and now regrets her decision for leaving him. Let's take a look.
I was a self in my marriage. I've been divorced now almost 4 years, but I was married to my ex-husband 16 years and with him 18 years. And again, I was a self. Nothing was ever good enough. I took him for granted. He seriously rolled out the red carpet for me. He was sweet, kind, generous. He told me how much he loved me 5 times a day. He told me how beautiful I was every day. If he'd wake me up in the morning, because he knows I love massages, wake me up rubbing my shoulders. He'd rub my feet every evening while we were watching TV. If I said, for example, oh, I'm craving a Dr. Pepper, he'd be like, okay, let me go to the corner store and get it. He adored me. He was amazing. Like, on paper, it's what every girl wants. Seriously. And yeah, I took it for granted. And now I lost that, right? And I carried a lot of guilt because I caused it. That's my biggest regret in life, is not saving, the whole family aspect. The grass is not always greener on the other side, ladies. It's not, Mm-hmm. I'm good now. I feel great. And he's super happy with his girlfriend. And honestly, I could not be happier for him, because he deserved to be loved and cared about and respected, as he should have always been. So I'm so happy that he's happy.
Good for him.
Anyways, what I'm saying, ladies, the grass is not greener on the other side. If you have a good guy, take care of him. Take care of him. Trust me, there's nothing good out in these streets. He seriously set the bar. He set the bar. And ultimately, what I always wanted, I had all along. So we have good right in front of us, and we don't know how to take care of it.
I actually want to take a moment and say I respect this woman putting this out there, because for her to be fully transparent and share this to the world, there is going to be a lot of ridicule on her end, but she's being honest, and I really appreciate that. Many people won't admit this, but marry young, they don't know their worth, they have a glow up, and then there's sudden attention, and all of a sudden they want to see what else is out there. Some would call it a midlife crisis, some would call it curiosity got the best of them. And a lot of them don't know any better because there's nothing to compare it to. I think we all should take a moment to really appreciate what we have and not take it for granted. The grass is greener where you water it. What are your thoughts?
In all facts, marriage is overrated in this generation, and I think it's a terrible deal for men. Justice for married men. Listen, 90% of married men are not happy in a place they call their home. 50% are far gone. They didn't live to tell the story. 20% opted out because he that fight and run to fight another day. You get to the point now. The remaining 20, they don't know what to do. They are trying to be happy, pretending to be happy, living their last day on earth. You get to the point now. Listen, men are not asking too much. The only thing a man wants from his woman is peace of mind. Peace of mind. The way God created man cannot function without peace, because men are deep thinkers. They need peace to be able to create something out of their life. You get to the point now. Women, in the other hand, they don't need peace. Yes, they want peace, but they don't actually need peace. If a woman is truly at peace with you, she will think you are cheating on her. You get to the point now, or she will think you don't love her. Check up on your man. If you have any man in your life, try to check up on him. Whether your son, your boyfriend, or your husband, men are going through a lot. Justice for married men. You get to the point now, justice for married men, no. Peace out.
Here are the 3 things that women look for in men that you need to have. Boundaries. Although women often act like they don't want a man that controls them, this is false. I want a man that draws a line in the sand. I respect a man that's willing to walk away at any moment if I'm not reciprocating the respect that he deserves. Mutual respect is what makes a relationship worthwhile. Masculinity. Women are generally drawn to masculine men because masculinity is associated with strength, confidence, and assertiveness. These traits provide a sense of security and protection for women. Oftentimes, these masculine traits are linked to high testosterone levels, and there are many environmental factors that impact modern men's T levels, like your daily hygiene products, work schedules, sleep, food, and much, much more. So I took matters into my own hands to give you healthier alternatives. I will be releasing my own line in collaboration with He Grooming on April 8th at 10 a.m. Eastern, and their lines sell out quickly. So sign up at the link in my bio to receive updates. You won't want to miss it. Drive and purpose. Having drive and purpose can also be indicative of other positive traits such as responsibility, confidence, and discipline. I'm drawn to these qualities because I want to make a man more successful, not drag him along and mother him through his life. Additionally, these men are usually better conversationalists because they have interesting things to talk about. Having a passion for something that he is willing to share with others can create deeper connections and more meaningful conversations.
You think short term, I think long term. Think more me, I think more my future. I'm a future, you know what I'm saying?
So you gotta go for
Tuesday discount movie?
Like what we talking about? You take me on Tuesday discount movie.
Yeah.
Since you want to go out every week, right? You want to go out every week, right? So take me out.
Girlfriend, you're sitting in a basement?
No, I'm not. If I'm going outside, if I'm running errands and shit, she's coming with me. We're hanging out.
I have a question.
We're hanging out and shit. That's hanging out. You expect? What do you expect so much? What are you pouring into your man? Let me ask you that before you ask about dates. Dates. What are you pouring into your man? What are you pouring? Let me ask you before you talk about dates. This is the least for a man. Man don't care about materialistic stuff. What are you pouring into a man?
What am I supposed to pour?
See, you don't even know.
What are you supposed to?
You don't even know what to pour into a man, and you're asking for dates every week.
What do you bring to the
Jesus Christ! Hey! Blood of Jesus!
This is why marriage is a bad idea for men. A marriage used to give a man a stable life, a life in which he was enjoying the support of a wife, while he was providing financial security. But today the divorce rates are so high that men often find themselves having to pay half of what they've made during the marriage. And because the traditional roles of men being the breadwinners and women being the homemakers are no longer the norm, there is a lot of confusion. There's more equality, and because women work nowadays, they've become way more independent and they have less time to be busy with playing the traditional role of the wife. But men find it hard to adapt to this new role of not just being the financial provider, but also having to help around the house because the wife doesn't have time anymore to do it all alone. And although women wanted to work and therefore they entered the man's world, men never asked to enter the women's world and to also become homemakers. And that's why many men don't want to get married anymore. They feel it's a ripoff. They think that at the end of the day it will cost them a lot of money and it will cost their peace of mind because they don't have a peaceful life at home.
You know, you'll continue to see modern women. I think they were talking about the 4B movement. They get themselves, it's pure, and I understand the sentiment. You know what I mean? I understand the sentiment. Hey, there's something that happened that I think is threatening my existence. And so this is the way that we're going to treat men. I mean, newsflash. Not every man voted for Trump. Newsflash. Not every man voted for him. And then you almost act as if somebody votes for, I mean, you have two candidates. Both of them are pretty much trash. So I picked the one, you know, honestly and truly, a lot of times you're picking the lesser of the two evils, basically. And I know there are some that, you know, they actually like him, just like they actually like the candidate. No, I like everything they do, You're going to have those people, right? But modern women, because, and that's childish behavior, because things that didn't go their way, all of a sudden they're catching that attitude. I'm going to shave my head. I'm going to hang off of a balcony with no clothes on and scream, my life is, you know, not my own. I hate this place, you know, and then my arms are going to break and I'm going to hope that somebody can pull me back up because this was a stupid stunt. You know, I'm dehydrated. Can you please bring me some water, some dumb stuff like that? And I'm going to have somebody scrub me off and shower me. And it's most likely going to be a man. It's like, what were you doing? Stop being an idiot. That sort of stuff. But you get this type of behavior from modern women because really, honestly, and truly, they don't know how to act. And they don't want to be told how to act. They just want to do whatever they want to do, right? And I think there was a clip in there. And first of all, second of all, nobody's holding them accountable for how they act. Hey, stop being stupid. But men, there was a guy in there who said, hey man, I love you guys, but here's the long and short of it. And he was talking to men about, hey, here's what you got to do in order to get women. This is the type of stuff that you're going to hear from men's podcasts and stuff. Hey man, hold yourself accountable, do this, in order to get here to find this type of woman. This is what you're going to be looking for, giving direction. But for modern women, the only direction is pandemonium. The only direction is chaos and stupidity.
Too many simps. Yes, but the reason there are simps is because most men struggle because the standards are so high. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. The standards have become very high, right? So most men don't qualify. So you have a huge number of men who are quite desperate because they're not getting anything. So then they feel the only way they can get anything is by throwing whatever money they have to women for their minuscule attention. That elevates the women in the economy, which makes their standards even higher for the kind of man that they want.
Okay, cool.
cool. Women have set their standards super high, but I feel like if I was a man who didn't reach those standards, I would do everything in my power to better myself and reach those standards.
I agree with you, but then what happens is, if that man then breaks into that pool of men who have a lot of options, he's going to be like, I worked my to get here. There's no way that you're not sharing me. I worked my off to get to the point that I can have a level of abundance. 90% of you didn't want me before, now 85% of you want me now. And one of you want me to be exclusive to you? No. Guys who actually make it to the point that they have a lot of options, they're like, I love you, babe, but you're gonna have to share me because I want my to be in this position.
I'm in the gym and you're a man and you see me doing the exercise wrong, do not take the opportunity to walk up to me and tell me the correct way to do it. I was in the gym the other day and I was doing lat pull downs. Had my headphones on, I was in the zone, I was going. All I know is a man, I see him in my peripheral and he's over there like, hey, like doing something. So I slide my headphone off and he's like, hey, you want to pull it right here because you could hurt your rotator cuff. I said, okay. How you know I don't like my rotator cuff a little hurt? Like, I don't like no man telling me nothing. Don't. And then now I'm working out in the gym and I'm like, damn, are you watching every exercise that I do to make sure I'm doing it right? Leave me alone. Don't tell me nothing.
Don't tell me nothing. Yep. I'm gonna tell you right now. Me personally, I go to the gym. So I love gym bros and I love gym women. And I love people to say, hey, you know what? Like, either you're doing a good job or ready to help you. It's so crazy how there's so many people that are nervous to go to the gym. I don't see why. There are so many great people at the gym. And I've even had people stop me before to like, show me something. I'm never going to go, get off my back. Because if it's going to hurt me in the long run, I don't want that. I don't think you've ever been hurt at the gym before. If you ego lift, or you lift the wrong way and you pinch a nerve or you hurt yourself, you're going to be out for a long time and wish somebody would have helped you. You know what's so sad about women like this? These are the same women that and complain about guys bothering them when men are just trying to help because that's what men are supposed to do. Imagine now if the place got raided up, shot up and all that stuff. You guys are going to be the same women. How come there's not men to help us? There's no men defending us. You see what I mean? That's why I tell you ladies all the time. My favorite saying, I always say, what? Pick and choose your battles. Shut the heck up. Please. The more and more you complain, the more and more you're going to push good men away to not want to help you. That is so sad, somebody going out of their way to help you. I don't see what's wrong with that. I would prefer somebody going out of their way to help me than somebody trying to get at me at the gym. Not that it would matter. I wouldn't never yell at somebody or even make a video. It's not that serious. But now when you go and break your shoulder or go and hurt yourself, I don't want to hear, nobody help me. What happened? Where the man at? Why? You don't need a man. You're strong and independent and buff and all that stuff. Do it yourself. This is why people do not tell black women anything. You guys never want to be told a thing, even if it's something sweet, even if it's nice. The man hating thing is so forced, it's getting really old. Like really, really old. At this point, snap your shoulder. I wouldn't give a damn. I don't even know why men even bother anymore with some of you guys. It's sad. Don't sit here and say, how come men don't protect? How come men don't this? Didn't he try to do that? He tried to make sure you didn't hurt yourself, and look what they get still. Man.
Hey men, you are not competing with other men for the attention of women. You are competing with a quiet night in, or the ability to dress as you'd like without judgment. You're competing with freedom from gaslighting and lying and cheating and manipulation. You're competing with the fact that sexuality is a fluid spectrum and that women know how to treat other women better. You're competing with toys that do the job so much better than you do and last a lot longer. You're competing with freedom from toxic masculinity. You're competing with so many other things, primarily due to the fact that women no longer need you. And if you work on yourself and become someone that women want to be with, you will find that there's absolutely no competition whatsoever. And this is Bacon.
Okay, this is the most genius way to hit on a man at a bar. My friend just told me and I was like, mind blown. What you're going to do is go to a bar. You see a man at the bar, make sure he doesn't have a ring on. What you're going to do is go up to him or go to the bar and be like, oh, can I order a drink? And then ask him, be like, what should I get? And he's going to be like, old fashioned. Be like, cool, thanks. And then you tell the bartender, can I get 2 old fashions? And then while the bartender's making the drink, you're just going to go back on your phone. You're not going to pay this man any attention. You're just going to go do-do-do-do-do. Have a great time. Then when the bartender brings you your 2 drinks, you pay for it and you go, thanks for the recommendation, and slide that drink over to the guy and then just walk away. 9 out of 10 times, that guy is going to come up to you at some point in the night and say, thank you so much for that drink. That was really nice of you. And you're going to say, you're welcome. And hopefully the conversation goes there. Honestly, this is probably the only way that I would go hit on a guy. It just sounds foolproof.
This one is a sponsored video from a woman that wanted to know why she's struggling finding a good guy. She's in her early 40s, professional, making about $220,000 a year. The first reason why you're struggling is because you have a very narrow dating pool. If you're a professional woman in your 40s or 50s, you've got a few pieces of paper on the wall framed in mahogany. The problem is that, generally speaking, guys are not attracted to degrees. Men are success objects to women. Women are beauty objects to men. Successful men that you'd like to date, they generally date younger, hotter, more agreeable women. The quality of women in that age bracket aren't long-term relationship type of material. They've got a notch count. They often bring small children in tow. They're also fairly disagreeable, and men of higher caliber aren't keen on coming home to an argument. They're looking for a woman that can, turn his house into a home, if you know what I'm saying.
Ladies, it's time to leave the broke boys and men with no direction in the dust. If you're tired of dating men that can't support you or aren't at the level that you are at, you've got to check out Luxy Dating. Luxy is an exclusive community full of high-end and successful individuals. So if you're tired of dating men with no direction, you should check out Luxy Dating.
Men, it's time to leave the dumb who think the average man's salary is 6 figures in the dust. If you're tired of dating annoying independent boss babes who think they're elite when they're average at best, check out Tradwife Dating. It's a community of kind, respectable, childbearing individuals. So if you're tired of dating girls who accuse you of having no direction when they medicate themselves for having no direction themselves, check out Tradwife Dating, where a woman knows her place. You want to say one?
Yeah. All these women online constantly crying about age gap, saying things like men only date younger women because they're easier to manipulate, or they only date younger women because they can't get women their own age. Or that's like saying men only drive Lamborghinis because they can't afford a Honda Civic. Why don't I date women my own age? I don't know. Why don't you date men your own height? Why don't you date men shorter than you? If was a stock, it would be plummeting after 24. By 40, it's already lost 80% of peak value. By 50, it's basically a penny stock. No wonder women would rather choose the bear. After 24, they're getting mauled in a bear market.
All women are open to other men who she believes would be a better choice. All women are always looking at all times. Just like your phone is always scanning for a Wi-Fi signal, women are always scanning. Always. 100%. Doesn't matter if this past Wednesday she gave you a Valentine's Day card, made you a steak, gave you a beach. Doesn't matter. She could break up with you today. And you're going to say, what? But just 2 days ago we had Valentine's Day and I took you away for a weekend last weekend to a bed and breakfast. Like the wind, man. Like the wind and the weather. Scanning like Wi-Fi for a better signal. Every last one. Put the mechanisms in place where you are not shell-shocked and broadsided and blindsided.
Unpopular opinion. Men should also be taught to not accept the bare minimum from women just because they're women. A lot of men are taught to overgive, to overprovide, to overperform, to overprotect, to tolerate emotional neglect just to keep their relationship. Meanwhile, their needs are treated as if they're optional, but men deserve effort too, baby. They deserve communication too. They deserve consistency, reassurance, respect, reciprocation, peace. Stop teaching men to accept struggle as love. A relationship should not feel one-sided just because he's the man. If a woman can recognize a man's efforts, then men should be able to learn to recognize a woman's efforts and to know whenever they're being underloved. And when it's time to move around, because you deserve better than that, King.
So I'm like out here in a real small town, rural area in Oklahoma, and everyone out here is married. So finding someone to even like that is single just isn't even a thing. So I know we're not doing online dating on the apps, But I was like, how else am I supposed to meet someone? So I got on it. Yeah, nah. We're back to not doing that.
This dude sit up here and said you're competing with toys that do the job way better than you. Is that why we have single moms? Because the toys did a better job? Is that why we have women out here running after Chad and Tyrone? Because the toys did a better job? Is that why we have women out here fighting for sexual freedom and liberation? Because the toys are doing a better job? Oh, I should be able to sleep with whoever I want. Yeah, you should. You got some toys at the house. Why don't you go out with them? What are you doing out at this club dressed like this, all in the man's face, asking for drinks if the toys do a better job? Why are you having this man come home with you and talking about, I want to go through my whole phase if the toys do a better job? You see how stupid that sounds? You see how dumb that sounds? When these pander bears, you're competing with a quiet night in, wearing whatever I want to wear. What? No, I'm not. Because I could be doing the same thing. It's not a competition. We're trying to get on the same page and see do you want to go out? I mean, if she want, you got to understand. These modern women are going for the same person, the same type of man. They're competing for this man. This man, you got to come with it. You competing with this woman, this woman, this woman as far as beauty. So what can you do to distinguish yourself from this woman over here? So you're competing with, in a lot of cases, hundreds, some cases, thousands of women, hundreds of thousands of women. If you're a female, if you're a celebrity or somebody that's a professional athlete, you're competing with lots of other women that go out there and they lay it all out on the line. Even the ones that be at home for a night in. Oh, I went to an Usher concert. I went to a Chris Brown concert, and all that competition. Oh, I'm going to stay. All that nonsense goes out the window because they be all over these celebrities. Is that what you think that, we competing with? Is that what you think that we chasing after? A woman that would pay $1,100, $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 to be all over another man? And you want us to take these type of women out to eat? Drop $400, $500 on them? Is this brother crazy? Are you serious right now? Why would I want to be in their face? Man, y'all gotta come on, shut up.
I'm cooking for you. I'm cleaning for you. I'm rubbing your head, both of them. I'm getting you dressed, socks and all. Put your feet in, babe. I'm rubbing neck, back, and feet. I don't care. I'm going all out my way for you. I'm going all out my way for you, okay? I'm a catering cancer. What did you expect? Huh? Oh.
If you're able to recognize the amazing things that come along with a man like this, but you're unable or unwilling to give him the things that he needs, you do not deserve that type of man. Because that is a man that will care about you more than anyone else has except for your parents. That is a man that will never play games. That is a man that is straightforward with you. He will tell you what he thinks. That is a man that is all in, and he will easily fall in love with you, even when you're not fully reciprocating everything that he's doing for you. And because of that, yeah, that man is likely to overthink things. So the greatest gift that you can give a man like this is to reassure him. Reassure him that he is what you want. Reassure him that he's doing everything that he should be doing in a relationship. Reassure him of your wants and needs. Reassure him that you would tell him if something was wrong. Because the bottom line is that he just doesn't know what to expect out of a relationship, and he needs that reassurance. It's not that hard. If you can't do that, you don't deserve him.
Black men with traditional family values are rejected and called lames until women have kids or are approaching 30.
The idea that she's not just saying all women make these bad decisions in their early 20s. She's saying black women choose the wrong men and then later on want to go back and get someone else. Like, yo, what what are you really saying? I hate this stigma, yo. I really hate it, man. At the end of the day, there are millions of black families that all their children are by the same people, and they're happy and they're successful. To put this even out there on that huge platform and to say black women don't choose traditional black men, like, what are you talking about, yo? Ridiculous.
Robbie was safe. Well, it's a hurricane, yeah, and it's coming down on you.
Where do I even start with this one? This is toxic at its lowest level. This couple in public, yeah? Arguing, tension, written all over them. He clearly wants space. He's walking ahead, trying to calm himself down. You can clearly see that he does not want to deal with her right now. He is begging for space, and she won't stop. She keeps poking him. She keeps pushing him. She keeps following him. She keeps wanting to engage. And she's disrespecting him publicly in front of many people. This is the worst thing you can do to a man in public, especially when he's at this state. When he pulls away, that is not the moment to go and chase him. That is the moment to back off right away. Walk next to him quietly, or walk behind him, or walk away and let him breathe and come back to you. But do not keep egging him on. Don't nag him. Don't instigate him. All you do is make him feel trapped, embarrassed, and disrespected. Not good. Men do not regulate like women. Sometimes they need some silence. Sometimes they need a little bit of distance, and sometimes they need a moment to cool down and cool off so they don't explode at you more. But she didn't give him that. She cornered him in public. No privacy, no space, no dignity at all. If your man is asking you for space, respect it. Give him that moment. That is how you keep the relationship from blowing up. And that's how you keep the respect alive. Women, don't do what this woman is doing.
How old are you?
35.
36.
I just turned 35 actually.
That's her birthday today. How long have you been together?
Since I'm 16, so
20 years.
Yeah.
20 years? Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
How do you even keep a relationship together for that long?
I mean,
consistency, and we got to make it happen for us and also for our family.
Communication. We have 3 kids together. You
have 3 children?
Yeah. Yes.
And been married for like 13 years. Wait, so you're married too? Yeah. 13 years married. Sir. Did you guys meet in America?
No, friends.
We made in France.
But why do you think so many couples struggle to make it work?
Go ahead.
They quit too easily, I guess. Like they
don't like to fight.
Yeah.
It's I mean we got one thing, we say love is bigger than anything, and also you got to, let's say love is like kind of faith for us.
It's not easy, but you have to work for it, you know? Yeah. It's not easy, you know? You have to communicate it a lot.
Yeah.
So what was the hardest challenge that you faced in the last 20 years of being together?
A lot of challenges.
A lot. The
distance too. Long distance.
Long distance, because we have to deal for 2 years. 2 years. I've been in the U.S. and she was back in France, and we found my daughter and her, so that was a challenge.
And there was no infidelity or
not from
anything that you faced?
Not for me. No.
Same, man. Same.
I don't. Why?
It's not necessary. It's not important.
Y'all need to stop being simps for women that give you zero respect or human decency. Like, if you're only gonna think with the wrong head, then essentially you're asking to be set up and used. Point blank, period. If she is not making an attempt to hang out with you after a couple of times of talking, she doesn't like you. If she's only talking about other guys, she doesn't freaking like you. Some of y'all are so desperate and you reap of desperation that you actually almost like getting used by women because you like their Instagram photos, which they monetize off of. You follow them on OnlyFans, which they monetize off of. You like whatever the they like just to get them to like you, and you have no sense of your own personal identity or personality, but you can't understand why these women just use you for money. This isn't just about social media, but if you see that a woman is only reaching out to you to talk about her own and has no interest in getting to know you, she's using you. She doesn't like you, because women that like you will literally sit there and watch you play video games or watch football. They will sit there in a room with you just because your presence is there and you exist. She's always asking you for money. She doesn't like you. And y'all need to learn and understand that cooking and cleaning or doing nice things for you from a woman is literally the bare minimum. If she doesn't want to get to know you, then she's giving you the bare freaking minimum. A lot of y'all need to learn to love yourself and respect yourself and stop letting women drag you through the mud, because it's not going to get any better in a long-term committed relationship with these women. They are just going to use you, maybe even marry you, get the babies out of you, especially if you're a nice guy. And then she's going to divorce you and she's going to take everything else from you. So this starts because y'all are desperate and you end up simping for the wrong women rather than having high standards and being a high value man and investing in the right people. Okay, bye.
I just told a guy at the gym that I thought he was cute. He'll never be cute. I went up, I kind of like stalked him for a while and I saw him like stretching and I was like, wait, handsome? And I was like really trying to get a good look at his face and I was like, everything else was looking good. So then I saw him, he went downstairs. I like scurried behind him. And then I kind of like, I was like, all right, building up the confidence, right? So I like walk up and I had a lot of confidence walking up. I was like, oh, and I was like, hey. He's like, I'm like, sorry to approach you at the gym. I just think you're really handsome. And he was like, thanks. And I was like, so are you single? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, so do you want my number? And then he said, sure. The adrenaline right now is crazy. I don't think I've ever really approached a guy, at least not soberly. That was crazy. So I don't know if he's gonna text me, but what do you guys think? Does it look good?
Every man watching this right now is going to be in agreement that that woman is a unicorn. And it's not just because she ended up approaching this guy and hitting on him, giving him a compliment. It is very much also because of her positive attitude. She's just a sweetheart. She's excited for life. She's excited for him. This is just something that is becoming all too rare nowadays. And when men witness it, when they see it, it's not just that. It's that they feel it. Like they feel the energy and it just feels good to them. I think with like 99% certainty, as long as that man is not hung up on some other woman, he is going to be messaging this woman. And I think that's pretty cool. I think that's why more and more women should be open to doing this.
And I know there was a young brother that was probably, he was upset because Pearl, essentially, she was like, you know, not all women, but black women were basically turning down men. Right. And I get where you're coming from, because it is true. You know, you have more than black women, but I think that room was full of black people. So maybe she was addressing the people in the room. Yeah, yeah, there's nothing but black people in the room. So I get where he's coming from, but he's just addressing that. And to his point, with the stigma is actually modern women in general. They do this type of stuff. They go around and they ride the carousel. And then once they're tired of it, they get off. And then they're like, oh, well, I need to find me a man really quickly. My eggs are going to dry up. There was a woman that was 39 years old. Thought she was relatively cute. Not the best looking out there, but relatively cute. Tried to keep herself up. And she's like, you know, I'm trying to just relax and enjoy dating right now. But I do feel at 39, a slight, you know, panic in my spirit because, you know, I do want to have kids. I do want to have a family. That's what you're running into. Modern women who run off and do other things. And then when it's time for them to, you know, when they should have settled down earlier, they want to run back to the man and say, hey, you're the safe option. You still want to get married? Let's go ahead and do it. And, you know, at that point, it's probably too late.